Another bill that AAF has been discussing recently is the Clean Future Act. What is this bill about?
So this is the leading edge of the climate initiative that President Biden promised was his top policy concern when he took office. And this is a bill that is currently in the Energy and Commerce Committee in the House of Representatives. It is not something that you can do in quote reconciliation, so you're not going to see a fast track. This is going to be, we would like Republicans and Democrats to support this initiative on climate. And so the whole initiative has not yet been fleshed out, so you can't really give the entire vision, but you can see from this bill that they're interested in taking a sector by sector approach to reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So you can think of the transportation sector and CAFE standards for cars, moving people toward electric, things like that. You can think of the household sector and energy efficiency standards for all your appliances and things like that. You can do the same thing in manufacturing for boilers. But the heart of it then is going to be the electricity sector, because it's going to be powering the cars and everything else. What are they going to do with electricity? And the open question they have is this thing called the Clean Electricity Standard. It is literally that. A standard says by particular dates, you have to have a certain fraction of the electricity generation in the United States be renewable sources, solar, wind, things like that. And that sounds like a heavily regulated operation, right? We're going to go 10, 15, 20 till we get to 100% zero emissions by 2035. But inside that is the potential for some flexibility in how you meet that, right? As long as the aggregate is hitting the totals, you individually don't have to have 10, 15, 20, whatever the standard is that year. If you have the ability to buy credits from someone else who's got a little extra, they're at 30%, you buy their credits so that you can get up to the standard. And that trading allows the people who can get to the standard the easiest to be the first ones there. That's cheap for the country, and reduces the expensive reductions that are not taking place elsewhere. So that's a standard setup for like a cap and trade program, for anything where you want to minimize the economic cost of hitting the standard. My hope is that is, if we go down this path, that we have that kind of flexibility in hitting the standard. That would be a good way to minimize the economic cost. Then there's the open question whether the standard itself is reasonable. There are many people who just say there is no way we're going to get to zero emissions by 2035. And if the aggregate's unhittable, then there's not going to be anything available to trade, and then we have a big problem. That's
Yeah.
cost.